Hello and welcome to the Games That Made Us podcast. I'm future Brent here. So there's been some timing issues here with podcast recording. Kirk got a new job. I got a new job. There's been a lot of school stuff with my kids. And so we don't have a normal episode for you this fortnight. But I felt bad just leaving it, so what I've done is I've edited together kind of a super cut of a bunch of cut content that we've had, left on the floor over the past, call it 6 months, that I thought you guys might be interested in. Some of it is just general interesting conversations that we had about video games. Some of it is completely unrelated to video games in general, but hopefully it'll all be fun. So I'm going to turn it over to past Brent, Kirk, and Benny, and we're going to start off with the infamous tasting of the Baijus. Hope you guys enjoy.
When are we going to try this floor cleaner?
Well, okay. I guess we could do that now. Because we're recording, so...
The anticipation is killing me.
Yeah. Okay, so, little backstory. I was watching a YouTube channel that I like called How to Drink.
Good channel.
He was saying that the worst thing he'd ever had was high sorghum Baijus. And we recently got a Total Wine here in town. And I was like, well, if it's the worst thing that this guy has ever had, I have to try it. Because I'm a smart man who makes good choices. This is for you. And this is for you.
Oh, you can just pass it down the line, bruh.
So, I got off work early that day. And I went to Total Wine. And I picked up that arak that I was talking about, which was very tasty. And I picked up this, and I opened the bottle and immediately gagged. Just like opening it. That's why it's been in the freezer. And I decided I would share it with my friends. At the risk possibly of losing them.
It smells.
No.
What? It smells like paint thinner.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, what words do you put to that?
It actually smells like paint thinner.
Yeah. For our listeners at home, if you would like to acquire this, it is Neo Lanshan Ergoa Tua Baiju. Product of China. It has very threatening energy. Most of the label is in Chinese.
Yeah.
Except for the prominent Surgeon General's warning.
At least Malort and how crappy that stuff is, it will at least give you kind of like a sweet kind of like label and make it look nice.
Yeah.
Like it's painting the dumpster a more appealing color.
Yeah.
No, that's just a straight up like one you find in the back alley in New York that's been there for like 30 plus years and is still in use. It's like rotted out in the bottom and has stickers from various metal bands and whatever all over it. And they're threatening, and like graffiti too. That just makes it look all the more threatening. That's that bottle right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a green bottle with very little in the way of labeling other than a picture of the Forbidden Palace in Beijing and then a lot of angry-looking Chinese characters.
Yeah, like red backgrounds and everything.
Yeah.
Like with white lettering. Like, you probably shouldn't be drinking this.
So when I walked in,
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was caked in frost. And I thought that Brent had pulled this bottle out of some ancient crate somewhere. I thought it was covered in like dust or like faded. And I thought for sure that I was going to die. I still think I'm going to die.
You might. This might be our last episode.
I'm skeptical that this will be the worst thing I've ever drank, because the worst liquor I ever had was grappa.
Oh, no.
I had a really cheap grappa, and it
Okay.
it tasted like gasoline. And I've tasted gasoline. Not on purpose, as far as you're aware.
Yeah, broke.
Okay.
Yeah, broke siphoning gas. I gotcha.
Yeah.
I was changing a fuel filter. It wasn't that
Oh.
exciting. Damn it! I should have gone with stealing gas.
Yeah. All right. Let's get this over with, gentlemen.
Just delaying the inevitable.
Here's mud in your eye, probably. Ah, God. Oh, fuck.
Do we categorize that under Venusian space poison as well?
Oh, no, I'm going with black hole space poison on that one.
Oh.
It's still better than Malort. That's still better than Malort in my mind. That is way better than
Wrong.
Malort.
Inaccurate.
It almost has an aftertaste that I can tolerate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But it also doesn't taste like it was safe to drink.
No, it's not. Oh,
It tastes like tequila that went horribly wrong.
There's a dusty after flavor.
Yeah.
The problem with it is how long it hangs around. the initial, like, you can tolerate almost anything for a short period of time.
It tastes like there's concrete in my mouth.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, I get that. Like concrete dust.
Yeah.
It's like the cement mix?
Yeah. Like
It's
like
awful.
If you're mixing concrete, that's what it tastes like. That is the best description.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I mean, it's not. I honestly thought the grappa I had was worse.
Mm.
No.
I will fight you on Malort being worse than that.
Well, okay, well, you're just a bad person then.
That's
so.
fair. I like bitter flavors. This isn't bitter. It just is wrong. It's not. It's not a flavor meant for humans.
This stuff will at least bite you. Malort is like straight up dumpster juice.
Yeah.
Like sweet dumpster juice.
Like pissing off the bartender and getting a mat shot.
Yes, that's Malort.
Have you ever had, or have you ever seen, there was a guy, I think.
Can you give me some of them corn nuts? God damn, man.
It's pretty raunchy.
That is so not okay.
It just keeps going. That's the thing with it.
It persisted through the IPA I just drank.
Yeah, that's okay. So I made so I took a drink of it when I got it home, and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do about this? Like, not to it, but like how am I gonna make this
Move forward with my life.
and this should be our spin-off show. We should just taste and describe liquor. But no,
Give it that fucker will drink anything.
that's probably accurate. But so I was like, what am I going to do? And I was like, maybe I can make a cocktail with it. I'm like, it's kind of rummy. Maybe I'll make a tiki drink. And I'm like, enough flavors layered on top of it would, hopefully kill some of the nastiness.
I bet it tasted like pineapple Lysol.
Okay, you're never gonna believe this. So I made a Mai Tai. And I used two. I used this, and I used a Jamaican rum. And I was like, they're similar enough that it's like I was hoping that the connecting fibers between them would kill some of the flavor. It tasted like tomato soup. The cocktail tasted like tomato soup, and I was like, I don't understand how that happened, because.
That's alchemy in a bottle.
Right. I'm like, this Baijus actually transmutes properties. Like, it's so bad that it changes the physical properties of things
It
around
shouldn't
it.
exist in the natural universe.
Brent then proceeded to cook himself a grilled cheese and started dunking it into the new tomato soup mixture.
Brent, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just dipping my grilled cheese in my Mai Tai.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine, like, okay, first off, if I actually did that and then Erin came home during that would be just be like, well, she just spin
happened.
on her heel and walk right back out the door.
It finally happened.
I knew it was going to crack one of these days.
There's like unnatural particles in that, like undiscovered. Like there's a new boson in that or something.
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah, there's something about this that is truly miraculous. I didn't think humans had the technology to make something this bad.
Yeah, it's bad, but it's the kind of bad. Okay, so again, to dunk on Malort some more, I had that like once or twice, and then was just like done forever.
Okay.
That stuff is so mysterious. I almost want to taste it again just to try to identify it.
Dude, that's been my experience with it as well.
Okay,
I like, because I mean, like, you see how much has gone from this bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I've drank a fair bit of it, and I hate it.
Yeah.
It defies logic. Can I see the bottle?
You certainly may.
Don't you like just all the fucking warnings on it? I swear, when I go looking for cars for the child today,
There's like
and I die like in the middle of a fucking car lot, I'm gonna haunt you so hard.
there's a There's a letter W with like ram's horns or like bull's horns on it.
Yeah.
But also like the middle spike of the W is like protruding up. So I'm convinced it's made with bull unicorn bits.
Yeah, I could believe that the sorghum is distilled with some bull penis in it.
Yeah.
That wouldn't shock me.
They genetically modified a horse to actually make a unicorn.
Yeah.
And then they killed the unicorn in China, ground it up.
Buried it in concrete for a year.
For preservation and flavor.
It's concrete liquor. Concrete unicorn liquor. That, yeah. I mean, it makes as much sense as literally anything else about this beverage.
Brent starts pouring it in the cracks in his garage, and, and we come back next recording session, and it's like filled in and nice. It's like, whoa, shit, dude, cool.
I think this has gone beyond us just shooting the shit, and this is probably like our pre-show banter.
Yeah.
So I might as well say, like, it's pretty clear that we're real confused and real concerned by this.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't.
If you're curious, this was $15. I'll put a link to it in the show description. It was $15 and it was available at Total Wine. So if you too would like to be unhappy and confused, that's available.
Make sure to keep note of the poison control phone number. It's usually most people have a magnet for the number on your fridge, so keep that handy.
Definitely.
You can also probably remove bugs from your windshield with it if you want.
So, okay, I thought about using it. So I have, I make this bug spray that is hand soap, vodka, and water.
Oh, yeah, we saw that when you fucking took that wasp out one recording session. It went down fast.
Yeah, and it's nice because, like, it's totally safe to have in your house, and, you know, it doesn't...
Yeah, you need a quick shot, spray it right in your
face.
face.
Yeah, exactly. But I was concerned with how bad this smells. That using this would actually probably be worse than just buying wasp spray.
Yeah.
And we drink it.
Because at least that wasp spray, the wasp hornet stuff, like, it smells, but only for like 30 seconds.
It goes away. This is persistent.
Yeah, your house will smell like someone tried to make tequila and it went horribly wrong. Like, the still exploded, but they're like, well, let's keep the leftover bits. Like, let's take the dirt and then, like, squeeze it and kind of filter the booze out of it.
Or they just swished water around on the debris and then mixed it with rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Or maybe this is like print toner. This is like straight up methanol. Again, this is like print toner solvent.
112 proof. It's honestly kind of surprising that it is drinkable, given its proof and the fact that whoever made it clearly had no care for human existence whatsoever. Like,
well, you know, like in the pandemic when a lot of companies were using whatever they could to make hand sanitizer, so you had like the lower quality hand sanitizer, and you could smell it. That's what this smells like to me. Mm-hmm. Like the really poor quality hand sanitizer, where they're just anyone was trying to just make something with a high enough alcohol content to kill germs.
You know, we're pissing off the largest population on the planet with this, right?
I don't think a lot of Baijus fans from China listen to our podcast.
It's only a matter of time, Brent. Be positive until we die.
And honestly, if you like this, please reach out to me. I would like to know why and what happened in your life.
If we're optimistic enough about this, then realistically, this episode is what kills us all.
Okay.
Because we'll get popular enough that we'll enrage some fans.
I can't imagine that anybody likes this enough to get mad that you're bad-mouthing it. Like, I'm certain that people drink it, but I'm certain that also that it's like, it would be like, you know, the fucking bottom shelf vodkas that all have the like vaguely Russian names. They're all like Rasputin brand vodka.
Popov.
Yeah.
Vostok, yep.
Yeah. People drink those, but nobody would be, if you were like, that's real shit, like, nobody's going to be mad at you. No one's going to come after you about that. They're going to be like, yeah, I'm just a fucking alcoholic. Like, I don't like it. It's just what I drink. I've got to imagine this is China's Popov. Because there's no way that this has a fan base.
I hope you're right.
And I'm wondering too, if like, because none of us know how to speak or read Mandarin. I bet it's just like, you Americans will drink anything, this label proves it. And that's actually what it's saying.
Yeah, that might be. This might actually be like a psyop.
I should put my phone to the Google Translate and see what it says. It's probably just like, for the love of God, don't drink this.
The LSD is already settling in,
right?
Like real psyop. Like, let's see what happens when they drink this. Well, that one jumped out the window. Wait, was he hallucinating or just that? Or did he just hate it that much?
Next up, road trips, porn stars, and album covers.
I have a real quick story before we start the podcast because it's on the subject of porn stars and it's funny as fuck. Okay. So we were out in St. Louis and I forget what had happened, but it was some kind of deal where I was driving and like I'd gotten like 4 hours of sleep in the last 2 days. You know what I mean? And so your brain starts doing weird things. And there's this big strip club in East St. Louis that it's technically Sauget, but whatever. And they bring in like known porn stars. And so they had this giant billboard over the highway that said Lauren Phillips. And I'm like exhausted. I see it. I was like, I look over. That's really cool. We should go see that. And she's like, what? And I'm like, well, she's like a big name.
Like a big name.
And like it hadn't clicked with me that I shouldn't bring my 10 and 7-year-old at the time to a strip club to see a porn star. Because I was just like literally as much like texture as I could get my brain onto was that there's a famous person here. And I was like, and she just like, are you okay? And it's like, clearly not. Sorry.
Those weird long haul drives start like getting weirdly like that like road, not even like the road hypnosis because that's its own thing.
Yeah.
But like just the delirium at a certain point where you're just like your humanity starts melting away a little bit. And you start becoming a more primitive creature. It's very weird. Very weird.
When Beth and I were driving back from Florida and I started flying that little miniature helicopter out inside the truck cabin. She got so bad she was borderline crying. Like, we hadn't said anything to each other like an hour and a half. Like, with that, I think we were just in like road hypnosis mode.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta do something to fucking wake back up, and I don't want her falling asleep at the wheel, so I'm just like, hits the windshield, like fucking flies across the dashboard. She's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I can imagine it too.
That's so good.
I'll ask her about that. She'll be like, that son of a bitch.
She would be like, he was such an asshole. Pissed me off so bad.
What did you do?
I was in a car with Kirk for 15 hours.
For 24,
Enough
or it's
said.
like 20 to 22 hours. And like there was no like stopping and getting a hotel. It was a straight drive trading off.
Drove 19 hours from Missoula to Kansas City in a single go, and that was
Why were you in Missoula?
because we were in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho for his family reunion in 2021.
Why was her family in Coeur d'Alene, Iowa?
I don't know. It's like I didn't schedule it. Coeur d'Alene is pretty. Even though Idaho is a place of insanity and psycho people, but
well, yeah,
it's
in America,
state,
so yeah.
Well, it's a particularly conservative state too. Like they're pretty.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of Mormons.
And
it's a lot of Mormons and survivalists.
And a lot of like white separatists and some like weird shit. Like there's some and cults like Idaho too. It's a whole thing.
Can we separate the whites and then I stay with the Hispanics because I like them better?
As long as I get to go with you. Yeah. I like the Hispanics better too. Yeah, as long as I'm not in a Venezuelan jail. Okay, we don't have to go there.
They have potato cults. They have the skins and the eyes and the spuds.
What?
I thought it was funny.
Jesus.
Wait, hang on. The skins and the eyes and the spuds sound like the worst prison gangs ever.
It's Idaho.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make fun of Idaho.
Yeah, it sounds like
and
Crips
potatoes.
versus Bloods, except with a third party in there.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Grand Theft Auto Idaho Falls.
Spuds. It's just so much a fat white dude.
I had to throw potatoes in there, man. Come on.
Fair enough.
What else are they known for? I guess now cults.
Yeah.
I was already establishing that.
But
Isn't there a Far Cry game in Idaho?
Yeah, Far Cry 5 takes
Yeah.
place in
Yep.
rural Idaho.
Yeah.
They're playing off of the Heaven's Gate cult,
Yeah.
which was in Idaho.
Yeah.
So that's like what that's all about.
Napoleon-
Honestly, I liked, even though Far Cry 5 is like super, it's the kind of AAA treatment that I don't necessarily love. It's still
the Jiminy Cockthroat games, as Yahtzee Croshaw calls them, where they're just everything. We just put everything in it and it'll be good.
I guess so. Jeez, that's great.
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite. That's Idaho. It's not a cult, but it's like I'm trying to think of anything else from Idaho.
I liked Far Cry 5.
Yeah.
It was a fun storyline, and the bad guy was pretty good. But
Boise State's good at football. They got that blue field.
We got that blue field, yeah.
Boise's a pretty cool city.
Oh, Blue
you've
Mountain
ever been
State. Is that technically Idaho?
I think I think that's pretty
Or-
ambiguous.
Or are they just like, they're trying to nod like Idaho, but not Idaho?
I think that one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
like that.
That's a real raunchy show.
I love that show.
It didn't age super well, but it's still funny.
No, it's very of its time.
Yeah, you have to appreciate it for its time, or it's not watchable anymore.
Yeah,
And it's weird seeing the character Thad. I can't remember as Richson.
Alan Richson.
Yeah.
Who plays Reacher, who is
Yeah.
colossal now.
Yeah. God, and Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. He's in that too. Does a fantastic job. He
was
plays
in that.
he plays a giant Dutchman.
Young Justice TV show too. He was good in that. Aaron got really into that,
But
so I watched.
He was in that Rooster Teeth movie, Laser Squad. That was pretty funny. He wasn't as huge then.
He's such a fucking big dude. I say that as a 6'5", 300-pound guy, and I'm just like, he's fucking big man.
well, he's your height. He's either 6'5" or 6'6",
Yeah,
and he weighs like 260, 270
and
pounds.
it's just all muscle.
Yes.
Like he's just a brick.
And even 10, 15 years ago, he was a muscular dude even then.
Yeah.
But was
He's-
much leaner.
Yeah. Now he's fucking huge.
Yeah, he looks like
Bulked
he could
up.
bench press a fucking car.
Well, and in the most recent season of Reacher,
Yeah,
there one of his his opposition includes a dude who's much built like him, but much bigger.
Jesus.
The dude's he's I think the biggest CrossFit, professional CrossFit guy on the planet.
Yeah, I think I saw him like a teaser trailer. Like,
He's
he hits a
7
dude with a shovel because nothing else is working.
He's 7 feet tall. The dude's 7 feet tall, weighs over 300 pounds.
Is that the giant Dutch guy who dresses up as Kratos all the time?
It might be, because the dude is European of some sort.
So there's this giant fitness guy who's from the Netherlands, and it's
Probably him.
Dutch people are just tall anyway. That's
true.
That's a thing. But anyway, he dresses up like Kratos and goes to the grocery store and the bank and stuff all the time. So there's just a
fantastic.
million videos of just oh fuck, there's Kratos.
I bet people are just posing and taking pictures.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit with him,
everybody
too.
loves it. And it's just
That's fantastic.
yeah. So whatever town in the Netherlands he's from is just sometimes you go to the grocery store and Kratos is there.
But yeah, we had a day and a half to get back to Kansas City from Coeur d'Alene. So we drove 8 hours to Missoula. Almost overslept because the power went out for 6 hours in Montana.
Yeah.
In the middle of a tremendous storm. And we got up at 6 in the morning and drove 19 hours to Kansas City. I drove 19 hours straight.
Gross. Ugh, I hate the Intermontane West.
Yeah.
Nothing there.
There's part of it that I love, but yes. I'd rather drive across the west than I would through the south.
Yeah. But I did the trip from Florida all the way, kind of surprised a lot of people too, myself, and I'm like, I'm not doing that again alone. Because I remember I timed it out so I'd arrive like at night. So I left like super crazy early in the morning from Florida. But I don't know if I just didn't prepare enough or it was too early in the morning because I left at like fucking 1 or 2 or something like that. I get to about Macon, Georgia, and I have to like pull over and nap for about an hour. Because I was becoming a danger to my... And I fucking bought a case of Monster Energy drink to bring with me. And then I also bought a mount for... I had a Zune because, yes, I was like, I'm not giving Apple any of my money. And I like mounted it to the dashboard so I could like have a TV, like a whatever I had preloaded on it playing to keep me entertained because I was still driving that Ford Midget Cricket back in that day.
Honestly, the Zune was a great little platform while it was relevant.
I like Zunes.
Yeah.
They were neat.
It was a much better platform than the
I saw a meme and it was like one of those like album covers of the like dude bro metal band where it's got like a righteous fucking skeleton with the death's head and like flames and everything, and he's got a big grin on his face because he doesn't care what you snowflakes think about death. I don't know. It's, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And the caption was, I want to go to the mall and listen to songs on my fucking Zune.
Oh my god. That's so fucking perfect.
Yes! It's a 5-figure death punch fucking looking thing. Oh, so good. We have to talk about Doom.
Yes.
Okay.
Next up, the future of handheld gaming, as understood by 3 drunk assholes.
Brent, another small tangent. I know this probably hits you close to the heart. Did you hear that Ambernick is no longer warehousing their shit here in the United States? Yeah, I heard that sigh. That makes my penis the sad penis.
And it's not just Ambernick. Ambernick, Retroid, and 8-Bit Dough have all stopped shipments to the United States.
Yeah, you can still get them, but it'll take a while to get here.
Yeah, and it's going to be through third-party sites. Like, if you're listening and you like the like retro handheld space, I would recommend Go Game Geek. They're a really like in the community respected reseller, and they do cool stuff. Like they'll sell it with pre-configured with custom firmware and stuff. So like you don't have to, if you're not comfortable flashing new operating systems to these handhelds, which I get that. I love doing it. I love tinkering, but if Go Game Geek is still a good place to get it, but just be prepared for everything to cost from 50 to 100% more than it did 6 months ago. And I know that if you've been watching the news recently, I know that they did announce a big trade deal and that the tariffs are going down. That's not going to affect retro handhelds. There's been some conversation around that. They're still going to be subject to a 50% tariff. So they're not part of any protected class. So, yeah, so much for us having the fun little $40 handhelds that we could play, old games on. So pour one out for a fun little thing that we had that they killed for no reason other than stupidity. Hooray! Politics. Anyway. But yeah, no, I'm very aware of that. I had another one that I wanted to get. I mean, of course I did.
So I haven't looked. Are they already like either sold out or like priced up?
Yeah. So the 3 biggest manufacturers, none of them are shipping to the United States right now at all. So if you're getting them in the United States, it's through a reseller who's buying them, eating the tariff as a bulk purchase, and then spreading it out amongst the individual units. So,
are any of those available on like Amazon or anything else like that?
They are. They've always been available on Amazon, but they've always been the same kind of thing where you're getting it through
directly through the vendor instead.
No, it's always been a middleware, like somebody coming in, buying it, and selling it on Amazon. Because Ambernick and Retroid and stuff don't sell.
They don't have their own stores on there.
No, they have their own AliExpress stores, but then maybe
they'll have to grab something on eBay while they're still out there. Then
yeah, Yeah,
I don't have any emulation handhelds right now, and maybe I should get one.
You should. I would strongly encourage waiting just a little bit if you're looking at one right now, because I think things are going to shake out.
No, I can just emulate on my PC. So
yeah, honestly, like right now today, as things stand today, I would probably get like a backbone controller or something for my phone rather than buy a handheld, because it's going to be cheaper, because those are bigger companies and they have tariff exclusions, and it's going to be able to do anything that the handheld did. I mean, the reason why I liked those handhelds was that most of them were really cheap, and it was like a fun little thing to tinker with for under $50. If it's going to be a $120 item, that changes the economics of it. The only one that I have that's expensive is the Inodin, and that's basically a flagship phone with controls slapped to the sides, and that can do up to Switch emulation. So I expected to pay a little bit of money for that. Like if I'm buying something that can emulate modern hardware,
I might wait till the next generation of like Steam Deck or something, and especially with like Proton OS and especially with like the customizable, and potentially they're talking about like having switchable OSs or like dual boot, that kind of thing would be more.
Steam has been getting more and more like emulator friendly though. Recently, I think Nintendo tried to come after them, and Steam's like, you can't come after us no more than you can come after Microsoft for them having emulators, having the ability to play on their operating system. It's not illegal until they start playing a ROM on it from a game they don't own.
Right.
But that's
we're not
our
distributing
fault.
the ROMs. We're
But Nintendo's just like, we're going to sue you. And then Valve is just like, come at me, bro.
Yeah, Valve has all the money.
Yeah.
I'm so scared for when Gabe passes. I'm so fucking scared. It's like...
some corporate shills are going to go in there and fuck it up.
They could turn so hard, so fast, and it would be a real bad time for everybody. But yeah, I want to get a Steam Deck. And I'm kind of waiting for the next iteration of it too, more because I think the original version will become more widely available cheaper.
I want to see where Steam or where Valve goes with the modularity of the platform.
Yeah.
In terms of it, even if in just terms of like self-repair and like being able to fix your own. Because they were already very good about that with the first generation, but I know they were talking about
they posted
lots of how-tos.
Yeah, which I've never seen a hardware manufacturer do. This is how you take apart our device.
Like there's very few first-party people that do that in any industry, unless your business model is like self-repair, like iFixit. Had lots of stuff like that. I can think of exactly one other manufacturer that does something similar, which is Bamboo Labs with their Bamboo printers. They sell basically every component to rebuild the printer from the ground up, and and guides on how to reinstall those components. They're very modular. I'm gonna have to grab parts for that shit too before. Damn it.
Shit. The
sons of bitches.
the other thing that I'm really excited about, and I posted it on the Discord, and I know that I want to be very clear. We've made the joke, like, I don't have any hatred for x86, okay? Like, I know we've made the joke, because Brent's going to talk about ARM again, and I know it's getting to be a meme at this point, but I just like the fact that you're able to get, frequently, let's put that asterisk there, you're often able to get lighter, better battery life devices with ARM, and I'm somebody who really, really values both of those things. I like things that are light and compact, and I like things that have good battery life. I'm really excited about the fact that Valve is trying to port SteamOS to an ARM-based device, because to me, if I could get something like my Inodin, something that has good battery life and is lightweight, and then I can throw in a little like switch case and carry around with me, and it's not going to be fatiguing to my hands, but would be able to play like AA level releases, that's an end game device for me. I'd buy that and not need one for another probably 10 years.
Really, if I think Valve has an opportunity here to really kind of bury Nintendo, considering how much backlash they're getting right now.
Yeah.
Steam could swoop in and be like, hey, so our device is cheaper, more powerful, and you can play all of Nintendo's games, wink, wink. or maybe Valve, like Gabe steps in and is just like, hey, all you guys making games for the Switch, come down from table. Brent probably gets that reference.
I also
to coax them over to make games like get away from Nintendo because it's just not worth it anymore.
Yeah. Well, and it's unfortunately, and this is where we do the other thing we do on this podcast, where we do the sort of passive aggressive PCMR console peasants thing, which is it's like, unfortunately, if they don't sell it at fucking Target, most Americans have no idea that it exists. Like, all the handheld PCs, all of them combined, have sold like 2 million units. The Lenovo Legion Go, the Asus ROG Ally, the Steam Deck, like all of them combined, which is like, that's a rounding error for how many Switches they've sold.
Yeah.
But there's also some ignorance on the parents' part, the older generations who you could show them all of those devices, and you know what they would call it? A Nintendo.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that dynamic, I hear what you're saying, but I feel like it'll shift as kids are more tech savvy anymore.
I don't think kids are more tech savvy. I regularly meet teenagers who are far more technologically ignorant than most of the people that I hang out with in my own age bracket. I think
is that even possible?
I think they use computers a lot and phones. I don't think they have any fucking idea how any of it works. And
that's true, because I think there's been a lot of obfuscation of the technical, like the real crunchy details over the years. Like the same shit that I hate about Apple and their interfaces is the same shit that I think is also making it possible for technology to be more accessible for everybody without it causing problems. Like the same reason that like Windows just works better than it used to. It's just it's more, technology is more resilient, and so you don't have to have the same aptitude to operate it. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to say is I have a metaphor for this, which is our grandparents' generation universally could fucking field strip a car. Like anybody in that fucking like 80, 90-year-old who drove a car, like they could fucking take it apart and put it back together because they grew up when they were shitty. They grew up when you had to be able to do that just to drive down to the fucking gas station. We grew up when PCs were shitty. So we had to learn how they worked in order just to fucking go look at Jenna Jameson's tits. Like basic PC stuff, we had to learn how to fucking make it work. Now, technology is so streamlined and walled gardened, and like it's just become this like bubble. And I think that because
technology is a curated experience for a lot of people.
I don't know how to fix a fucking car because I drive a Mazda. As long as I put new oil in it, I haven't had to do anything with my fucking van for 20 years. It just drives. I get in it, I turn the key, it goes where I want it to go. So why would I even fucking care, right? Like, there's a YouTube video if I really need to do something. But, like, I don't believe that the younger generation is more tech savvy. And I think that we are seeing increasingly, like, with the fucking all the AI shit and all the like the increasing politicalization of the internet and the way that information is being divorced from reality increasingly in online spaces, the complete inability of younger generations to be able to like dig into that and go, hey, can I verify the sources? Can I understand where things? They have none of that. They have none of those like basic like information processing and technology skills. And I don't have a lot of hope
that there's this massive wave of 100 million people who are going to walk into a store and go, yeah, I know that's a Nintendo Switch, and if I buy it, I bring it home and I plug it in and I put the game card in, and then the game happens. I'm going to not do that, and instead I'm going to go buy this thing with this bespoke Linux operating system on it that I have to sometimes drop into a desktop environment and adjust settings, and I need to be aware of, like, okay, is this Proton or is this native Linux? Like, I don't think that group exists. I think the people who... I think if the price goes down, there's a lot of tech nerds like us who will go... yeah, fuck yeah. A $300 Steam Deck is a day one purchase for me. But I think that maybe gets you to like 10 million units sold. I don't think you ever get to that like 200 million, 300 million units sold. I just don't think they exist. I don't think there's enough people like that. I think this that we're doing is a niche thing. I think most people are just like, yeah, I bought my PS4 and I want to play fucking Call of Duty, and then I'm going to watch the football game and masturbate.
Yeah. No, for me, it's just more of a...
I'm sad.
It's more of just a dream of wanting that to happen someday.
Me too.
Because even if you don't know anything about technology, you should at least be able to take a step back and realize what Nintendo doing is inherently wrong.
They are, yeah, they're...
So when you're a parent and your kid is like, I want the new Switch, just say no.
Yes, I agreed.
Like, just be like, no. They become just a greedy hollow shell of what they used to be. They can go fuck themselves.
And my kids are great, man. We watched the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, and I was like, and I was like, okay, girls, what games are you excited about from that? Both of those we can play on that computer that's hooked up to the TV. I was like, do you want it? And they're like, well, are my friends going to have it? I was like, I don't know, maybe. But are there any games you want to play on it?
Silk Song.
That we can't play already. Well, we didn't even see the Silk Song thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, are there any games that you want to play on it that we can't play on something we already have in the house? No. It's like, so are you okay if we don't get this? Yeah.
We just really need a turning point to make these companies come back to the table and say, hey, we fucked up. We're going to try to be better.
Yeah.
Like, I'm waiting for Game Freak to finally do it, but so long as their Pokemon keeps fucking printing money, like...
That's frustrating, because, like, they used to make good games.
Yeah.
Genuinely good games. And, like... And they made good games on shitty hardware. That was like what they did. Mm-hmm. That's what they were known for, is making great games on basically a Texas Instrument calculator. And they were making epic classic games that like captivated a generation. And then you give them the fucking Nintendo Switch, which I know it's underpowered for a modern console, but it's still like, it's not like you can't make a fun fucking game for it. It's not like a million other developers haven't done so, and it's like that was frustrating. And that felt like a betrayal.
Then on the Nintendo side, every Mario game is just the gimmick of that particular game.
Yeah.
So the next one's gonna be like Mario goes to the DMV or whatever, because they don't have to be creative. As long as the Mario IP exists and they keep printing money, they're not gonna make a good game. Because can anyone honestly tell me that any of the recent Mario, like specific Mario games, have been any good?
I liked Wonder a lot. Wonder was one of my only Nintendo developed Switch games that I really like. I have like next to no Nintendo developed Switch games. The Zelda games.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Odyssey. That was the last one that I played that I was super fond of.
Yeah. Wonder was my favorite 2D Mario since World, which has been a long time. But I didn't like the new Super Mario games. I thought those were kind of jank. But.
And now, Kirk goes to the grocery store.
Well, speaking of pig demons, so the wife and I, we were at fucking Hy-Vee.
Jesus!
You can't do that.
God.
You can't use that transition. You can't say, speaking of pig demons, the wife and I. That's not an acceptable sentence.
No, you need to let me finish.
Okay, please continue.
So, speaking of pig demons,
You are 6 feet deep. You need to start digging your way out.
no. Just if you would have let me start the next sentence, it would have been fine. So the wife and I, we were at Hy-Vee, and the front there, they always have all their produce and the apples and shit.
Sure.
And there's this disgusting pig demon of a woman with the biggest fupa you had ever fucking seen. Like, why is all the produce at crotch level? So, like, there's all, like, the pink lady and the gala apples, and her big gunt is, like, pushing into all the fucking apples. And I'm just like, I'm sitting there staring, and Pam's just like, honey, what's wrong? I'm like, I just point. I literally pointed. I just point. And then she's like, just stop that. I'm like, she's got to know. Like, this is not socially acceptable to be rubbing your weird. Oh my God! Like, just can we make produce tables like higher, please?
just pick them from a tree from now on, Kirk.
Yeah, I'm about at the point where I'm like, I don't like how many of these disgusting people are in the fucking grocery store every day running their fupas against the fucking produce. Like, I don't want that anymore.
Kirk, it's important that you know that when you said the word gun,
Gunt, yeah.
that was almost the end of our friendship. And I don't mean in the sense that like
What did I'm literally telling you a story from like last Thursday.
I want to be clear. It's not that you did anything wrong. It's that this was the end of our friendship because I would have just gotten up, walked out of my house, and just walked down the street in a straight line.
What did I do?
10 years from now, they find me in Pakistan.
What did I do? No, like this doesn't infuriate you.
No,
like,
no.
I don't. This is gross.
The word gunt is what
I already used fupa. What else was I gonna use?
You broke his brain, and now he's going to walk into traffic.
I thought he was mad at me.
No.
There's a difference. Like one of my but
not
like
okay.
I'm just like, or like, and it was like even like all the grapes, you know, that are in their respective bags or whatever. And I saw the same disgusting, horrible human being, just like,
Well, now
like, why are you stop reaching for the back? Like, how did you have to feel this stuff touching you? And
God
like,
damn it, Kirk.
what?
Well, now all I can think about is that all the Kiwis have been farted on.
Yeah, exactly. Now you know how I feel, because I was just
Pussy
like,
farts,
I don't.
too.
I feel like I got. So like during the pandemic, we just have our groceries ordered where you didn't get to see this shit, right?
Yeah, someone in a car farted on your
Like
produce.
ignorance is bliss. Like I would get my bag of apples or blueberries or whatever and just rinse that shit off and think nothing of it. But now I have this seared into my mind forever with this huge, just
Pig demon?
yeah, effectively Ganondorfing my entire goddamn apple section. I'm not okay. Like
I'm not okay now either.
Cunt.
I want to just shoulder check those people, and then point out, be like, do you not see this?
Okay.
Remember, like when we were younger, and you'd see like the child on a leash. Like, didn't you want to just smack that person and be like, do you not see this?
Yes. Oh God. Aislinn had a little teddy bear backpack that she loved that had a rope, and I felt really bad. And I was like, I don't want to hold it. But then she'd like run into traffic if I didn't, and I was like, nope, come back.
Oh man, but this, I was so.
It's like a little Zelda boomerang of a child.
Aislinn is a gremlin,
And it wasn't even like a big and beautiful gal. Like this was someone who looked like they had done meth a couple of times at least.
all right.
Like someone who probably can't even like turn to wipe their ass properly.
How
Like
do we
this was
move-
so repulsive.
How do we move on from here?
Oh no.
You know how you
I
can like
appreciate.
and then
I
not only
appreciate
that,
you, Kirk. You know what I appreciate about you, Kirk.
and then like as I got even like closer because I still needed apples. Like, you know how you like smell something, but it also like you can taste it too? Like she smelled like menthols and shame. Or she tasted like menthols and shame.
I didn't know it wasn't over.
And like horrible and like your grandma's potpourri. Like have that basket of like the weird chips. Oh my god, it's so vivid in my. I'm getting angry just thinking about it.
It's just like in funk.
I'm not.
Anyway, thanks for listening.
No, no, bad Kurt.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
No,
Tell me your pig demon stories.
Do you have that is making it in.
We're just gonna have
Stop it.
We're just gonna have like 6 hours of people of Walmart videos attached in comments.
No.
People
We're talking about Legend of Zelda, not pig demon guns.
are people of Walmart.
Okay.
Oh god.
Do you have a fupa? Talk to us in the comments. How does it ruin your produce experience?
Still need apples.
I'm only buying produce that's wrapped in plastic already, and from now on.
Oh my god.
I can't.
If this happens again, I swear to God, I'm taking a picture.
Okay, I
Is
got.
that how bananas go bad? They'll show up fresh and green. Then a gun radiation comes through.
Gun radiation. God damn it.
Oh man, now it's even grosser because it's probably just like warm. Brent, if this doesn't make it in, I'm gonna be really mad at you.
This doesn't need to make it in, but this needs to be an outtake that stays forever.
Like maybe the after podcast shenanigan where I'm just talking about pig demons and guns.
Oh, what's that called? In like a episode or a podcast or whatever. Like we do it, like Brent does it every time, and
Post credit.
like post roll or something like that.
No, but once he said pig demon, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what he's talking. Oh yeah, I got me one.
I mean, Ganon's always been a pig demon.
Yeah.
You guys still have to watch. Oh my god, why am I blanking on it? The Legend of Neil. The last thing that Neil remembers, he was playing a game of Zelda when he whipped out his member and he masturbated the fairy in the game because she was kind of hot.
But she really did have this, like, and of course she had, like, the stereotypical shirt that she had probably been wearing for the past 15 years. It kind of looked like if Garfield the cat, like, went out screaming and in pain, like, stretched across her, like, overly sized, like, fat cleavage. And the shirt was supposed to be pink at one point in time, but now it's orange. Like, this is how well it is sticking in my memory.
Okay. Hello.
Oh, cool. It's only 120 and I already broke Brett. That's awesome. I'm going to go for one next time.
I was mentioning it to Kirk. Did you ever have a chance to go and watch The Legend of Neil?
Legend of Neil, I don't believe so.
It's worth it.
Brent's not actually mad at me. Is
It's
he?
Oh God, no, I'm not mad. I wasn't prepared.
Like, we can go talk about this elsewhere.
No.
You're being insensitive. Like, I don't know. I was just really passionate about not getting my pink lady apples.
That's absolutely fine.
I need them for my bougie charcuterie board with my redheaded slender wife.
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
I drive a Dodge Stratus. How dare you?
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
And now, I don't even fucking know.
I knew a couple like fucking hot topic-y kind of girls when I was a teenager who were really into shooters. Like they were like hardcore, genuinely great at like fucking Quake and Unreal. And I was like, that's cool. I'm real bad at that. And this should be the one place where I could impress a girl. And this is like the one job. Can we play Mario? I'm really good at Mario.
I had a couple show up at my...
So good at eating cereal, guys. You have no idea how good I am at eating cereal.
Like a life skill, just
Yeah,
like
Cheerios checks. Hell yeah. I own that shit.
This is your form of like plumage. You're the male bird showing off in the wild. Like, just Look how pretty my feathers are. The mating call.
No, he holds up an empty box of like Frosted Flakes and tips it upside down to show that he's just destroyed it. Like, hell yeah, check this out.
Crispex. Always, yeah. Crispex gets them wet.
Crispex.
God.
Ooh, Daddy, go up to that basic 4 one more time for you. Okay.
Your daughters start getting older and like they know shit's gonna go down when Daddy's eating Wheaties at 5 in the afternoon. I mean, they better get out of the house.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Your husband has huge muscles, but mine snorts the dust in the bag when he's done.
If you have you ever sniffed an entire bag of marshmallow mateys? You're in for a fucking treat.
Going with like a raging sinus infection. I've never had to ask this before, but have you been snorting Wheaties?
Going hardcore with the Multimeal brand shit. You've seen him pop a single kicks out of his nose. It's amazing.
And the accuracy is astonishing.
Yeah, he puts them all in his mouth, starts just like forcibly shooting him out of his nose. Just and the room is nothing but a bunch of flooded basements. Everyone is so...
Knocked a tin can off a fence post from 20 yards.
Straight through.
Sploosh.
Panties disintegrating left and right.
Yeah, why aren't girls into the kind of stuff I'm good at? Okay. Ho! Shoot kicks. Through a tin can from 20 yards.
Just imagine a younger Brent just fucking going to town on a bowl of Cheerios in front of 2 like goth girls.
They're just like
they're just amazed
on the other side of like a long table, and they're just like crawling down the table towards him.
Oh my gosh, shit.
Hands and knees as he's eating.
Yeah, they both got like the jet black hair. They got the jet black hair and then Vader Zim t-shirts and and the big buckle boots.
Dude.
Like, oh, Kirk, keep talking. I'm like halfway there.
Brent's just like, this is not getting soggy.
God damn it.
Oh my god! Is a triple entendre a thing? Does that exist?
It does now.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh. My cereal's not getting moist, but you are.
And now you stripped all the subtlety out, which might be the best part. I don't know.
One of them shows her tits. They're great. Yeah. Don't mind my friend Kirk, Captain Kirk over there. He's Captain Crunch. He has to wear that costume in the corner. It's the only way I get off.
Turning tricks is not for kids.
Oh my god. Okay, we have to move on from cereal fucking. That can't be.
We don't.
Episode 37, cereal sex.
Wait, they spelled cereal right? No.
Hey girl, want some honey nut?
Oh, okay, we're moving on. Now we're moving on.